So there's something called structured separation. The church of God should not be afraid of that. What is a structured separation? You don't just carry your bag and go. No plan, no, you understand? Pastor will look at this, somebody will die here. So instead of somebody dying, you go to Birmingham and be staying there. You go and stay in Nottingham, or you remain in Wolverhampton, yeah? But you are going to be separate for 5 months, 3 months, depending on the gravity of the matter. And in those 3 months, this is what is going to be happening. You go for anger management work. 2 of you, twice a week, come for counseling. Let me tell you the problem. Church has also gotten caught up with the microwave generation where everything has to happen quick. This is discipleship. This is time consuming. This is emotionally expensive. And church doesn't want to get involved. But instead of us to have people dying, because you see, marriage is a temporary thing. It ends here on earth. But some people will miss heaven because of marriage. Bitterness is sitting in the soul. Anger is sitting in the soul. Unforgiveness is sitting in the soul. Resentment. When Jesus comes, that will make you too heavy to be caught up in the sky to meet him. So, if there is threat to life, let's separate. Let's work on each person. The healthier each person is, the better the marriage space will be. And if one person is consistently breaking down the other, he or she does not deserve the spouse. Church should not be afraid to say to him, Oga, keep stepping, but don't kill this woman of God for us. Or lady, go to your father's house, don't kill this man of God for us. Absolutely. God will never elevate marriage above the value of a human life. Never.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much,
Thank you, Ma.
So another question says, I think this one is coming from the men. My wife only agreed to sex once a month when she feels like.
Okay.
I guess it's during her ovulation because she wants it. How do I survive? I have talked about it. And, sorry, man, the second one.
Be another one.
Yes, there's another one that seems, okay, it says that my wife always complains of too much sex, despite having it once a week. Seriously, I don't like this method. Please, what can I do? At least twice or 3 times a week.
Okay. So, there's, hello.
One else, please.
There's a diagram on the internet, you can look it up, of the glands that developed in the female brain and the glands that developed in the male brain. There are some glands in the woman's brain that does not even show up in the man's own. And there are some in the man's own that do not show up in the woman's brain at all. The 2 largest glands in the man's brain, 2 of them, they are very big. One is sex. The second one is sex. Hear me well. Each one of the man's sex gland is at least 10 times the woman's sex gland. The woman's sex gland is very tiny. But that is the only gland in her brain that is attached to another one. In that diagram, every gland stands alone. There are different ones, but I'm just focusing on this because of the question. But in the woman's brain, there are only 2 glands that touch each other. One of them is her sex gland, which is very tiny. And it's attached to a mighty one as big as the man's sex gland. Guess what that gland is? Listening gland. So when you don't listen to her during the day, she cannot be sexual at night.